Hey guys, welcome in. Great to have you at the Astros Spring Training Complex in West Palm Beach, Florida. I'm Andrew Chapman, your play-by-play broadcaster for the 2024 Fayetteville Woodpeckers season, and it's great to be joined by a current and former manager of the Woodpeckers. Ricky Rivera is with us, Joe Thon as well. We're indoors today because there's a little bit of a rainstorm coming through West Palm Beach, but guys, it's great to sit down with you and see you again.
It's always good. Always good to see you, especially coming around here. It means the season's getting closer.
Yeah, no kidding. You know, West Palm Beach is mostly known for the nice weather, not so much today. What is your favorite thing about this area around this time of year, though? Ricky, I'll start with you. I know it's not the sand. You're not much of a beach guy.
Not a beach guy. Probably just the weather, man. Like, obviously, I spent a lot of time in the Midwest. I know he did, too. I mean, so just getting out of that weather and kind of enjoying good weather out here, and obviously seeing a bunch of the kids that we haven't seen in a while.
Joe, favorite thing about West Palm Beach around this time of year?
I mean, just seeing the guys again, you know, you develop so many relationships with them. You kind of go a little ghosted for a little bit, just kind of leave them alone, and then you kind of see your guys again. It's always fun to see them, and it just rekindles the relationship real quickly.
How was the off season for you? I know some people just like to kick back, relax, and do nothing while you have the lull during the baseball off season. Going any trips? What was the highlight for you during the break?
I thrive during the off season. I'm really good at doing nothing. You know, my wife is pregnant, so we've tried to get everything set up there. Bought a house in outer Austin, so you know, kind of get all that ready and set. You know, so there's always things to do in the house. But no, I enjoy my off seasons because you have so many things to do during the season, and you know, having some time to reset and then go back at it during the season kind of gets hectic. I enjoy the off season pretty much.
Yeah, you're getting ready to take on your number 2 as the manager of the Corpus Christi Hooks, the AA affiliate of Houston, and Ricky, we have you back in Fayetteville. What was the highlight of your off season? Any big trips?
Man, I'm just going home, see my family. You know, like obviously doing what we do for a living now gives us a little bit more flexibility to spend a little more time, especially in the off season. So getting to go home for a couple of days, you know, kind of see people, friends that I haven't seen in a while, spend time with my mom and my dad, my sister, get the whole gang together. That was pretty cool.
Again, we're indoors today, but the scope of this complex is massive. The Astros share it with the Washington Nationals, but multiple fields. We're talking, I think, close to 15 fields here. Ricky, you were the manager of the Florida Complex League Astros for a couple of years, so you know this area better than you know, pretty much all the coaches. If you could, you know, for the viewers at home, describe just the scene here in West Palm Beach, the facilities that these minor leaguers and major leaguers have to work with before the season starts.
Yeah. So it's some of the best facilities we got, you know, like obviously we have, you know, the biggest weight room out of all the affiliates down here. We try to emulate kind of, you know, there's a lot of people here at the same time, so this place has to be, you know, state of the art. We've done a good job of, you know, as things progress, you know, making updates, whether it's adding stuff to our cages. We have cages on both sides, 6 fields, I believe. 2 closer to the MLB side, 2 different locker rooms. So there's a little bit of everything for the guys, you know, calf, everything, 2 training rooms. So they try to do a good job of, like, you know, having 2 of everything for big league side, minor league side. But cool part about it is see it all come together, you know, and those guys spending time together. It's obviously really cool around this time.
Yeah, you have the major leaguers interacting with the minor league guys. At this point, big league camp and minor league camp have mostly separated, but Joe, you know, you see guys taking live BP or, you know, Alex Bregman's in the cage next to, you know, one of the Astros minor league guys. What benefit does it serve to some of those younger ball players just getting that experience with the big league guys and what they can learn from just their routine and the way they go about business?
No, it's very noticeable. We do it on purpose here because we want the guys to see how the work ethic is with the professional guys on the big league side. You know, it's just we want the guys to believe they can do it. So seeing those guys out there working day in, day out, it gives them perspective of what it really takes to get up there. And, you know, those conversations become organic. So Braggy comes in all the time, talks to the guys. You know, it gives them more information, more perspective. I've been in with a couple teams already, and that's not normal. You know, guys in the big league sometimes, like, they're very reserved on their side. Here, man, they're willing to help. They're very giving. So it's very nice to see, like, everybody's in the same boat of, like, trying to help everybody out.
What's the role of the minor league manager in spring training, Ricky? I know you were working the fungo bat. I mean, working with infielders the other day. You're not creating lineup cards around this time of year, but what do the managers do to be involved in camp?
We're kind of jack of all trades, I would say. I mean, I think we're involved with a little bit of everything. You know, on the hitting side, it's just, you know, being that extra hand for them. Same thing on the defensive side, help. There's so many moving pieces, so many players we haven't seen. Always brand new faces also on the coaching staff, so a little bit of onboarding. So kind of jack of all trades. We do a little bit of everything. This is definitely one of the busiest times, if not the busiest times for us. But I think we do a good job here, you know, of like, just kind of everybody being on the same boat. There's no like I'm ahead of you or above you or anything. Like we all just kind of just help each other in as many ways we can, because we have 100+ kids here, you know, for 30 staff members or whatever it is.
Joe, you were with Fayetteville in 2022 leading that group, and then it was unique for you because you go to Corpus Christi, and then for a second straight season you end up working with a lot of the players that you did in Fayetteville. They were just working their way up the ladder and they made it to AA. How did that just help you as a coaching staff know the tendencies of your players last season and just benefit you as a manager?
No, it was a blessing, because you know these guys, the relationship is established. You kind of see them grow up. Like I remember just having Wags, DeZenzo, Loperfido, all the guys that you kind of see having quite success now, and just, you know, have their first taste of professional baseball in Fay, and all of a sudden you see them kind of climb up the ladder with the system, and you kind of see them grow up in front of your eyes. And they, you know, they've been going at it the right way. They're definitely great examples for the guys coming in now.
What is the common factor for guys like that? Because as we look over that spring training roster and some of the guys who still are in big league camp, you have Arrighetti, Loperfido. These are guys who may very well have an opportunity to impact the big league roster at some point this year. The common trait that's led to their success in your eyes has been what?
You know what? It's very interesting because it's a batch of guys that like actually get along. Mm-hmm. You know, they get along, they compete against each other, they kind of push each other, but they are friends. Mm-hmm. You know, they have a bunch of guys that like they're very good at baseball. They're friends, they kind of grow up together, and all of a sudden we're having a batch of guys that like it's going to be very interesting to see in the next couple of years, because like they're very close. You know, they kind of back each other up, they play together very nicely. They all have this work ethic that's very, very nice to see, very responsible, very, very diligent, at least the guys I've had.
That's been the one big key with the Astros farm system is some of the big league stars have moved on to other organizations. You've had those other players work their way up through the system and fill key roles. For the guys who are, you know, some of the youngest, though, in camp right now, Ricky, the players that we may end up seeing in Fayetteville or start the summer right here in West Palm Beach, what's the big key for them going into their first spring training? What sorts of habits are you guys trying to establish with these guys to get them ready for that full season step in their pro career?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, it's just teaching them how to be a pro, you know, and that goes from the second you wake up to what you do here to prep into a practice, you know. Obviously, a lot of these guys have been either in the Dominican complex, maybe here, or maybe just finished with us there in Fayetteville. So they're still growing into what they will be as players, human beings, what their bodies are doing. So just kind of keep teaching them how to go through a full season, you know. Like, I mean, spring training is a little bit more hectic. Like, you have a lot more days of practice together and stuff like that. So it gives them a good example or prep for what they're about to see in the season. Because, I mean, you guys know as well as anybody, you know. Once we get rolling, there's no stop, you know. So you got to learn how to, you know, play when you're 100%, play when you're not 100% and stuff like that. So, like, besides that, you know, just getting them ready to play ball, you know, the way we want them to play and the way that they're capable of headed into the season, hopefully healthy.
Yeah. You guys are, you know, of course, a pair of managers in the Astros system. Very unique to see all four managers return throughout the Astros farm system this year. But you guys are also friends off the field. You guys both have family backgrounds rooted in Puerto Rico, and I imagine there's just a lot of text exchanges and baseball talk. Just tolerating each other on camera right now. Yeah. What is just kind of the exchanges you guys have during the season, Joe, to keep in contact and just bounce off, you know, whether it's coaching advice or scouting information or things of that nature off each other during the year?
Yeah, we've established this relationship pretty quick because we're both from the same area as we grew up together. He's really good friends with my cousin. Right. So, like, we could hit it off really quickly there, but then just the experiences I had in Faye are very common on the experiences he has in Faye as well. So it's kind of like the common theme of just, like, getting those guys prepared, knowing what he's going through with those players, it's, you know, the difficulties throughout the seasons, the challenges, but, you know, like, having those experiences and just, like, I'm picking his brain, he's picking my brain, because, like, there's different stages. I'll be honest, like, managing Faye is difficult, right? So I find it even harder because like guys are beginning their stages in their career. You're establishing routines. You're establishing, the professionalism. It's quite the task.
Yeah. This year's coaching staff, Ricky, has returners and new guys coming in. Zach Wilkins will help lead the pitching staff again as the primary pitching coach. Andrew Chapman comes up from the Florida complex to lead the hitters, and Jeff Calhoun, first-year Astro coach over from Campbell University. Full breakdown of all their bios on the Woodpeckers website, but how's the group coming together right now, and what excites you about this year's coaching staff?
It's good. I mean, it's going to be a completely different challenge, like last year we had Dylan, who was our bench coach. Dylan was experienced, so he kind of, I was the manager, but he helped take the lead early on, kind of getting accustomed to the things that I would see in a full season. Obviously, me being so tight with Joe helped me because he prepared me for some stuff. He's like, you're going to see some crazy things, you're going to see this and that, but you never know until you live it, and like it helps having guys like Maz there, Reynoso was there with us as well. Him being bilingual was huge for us, with the amount of Latin players we have. But the staff is meshing well so far. I think Calhoun got here actually pretty early, There's going to be some growing, there's going to be some learning and stuff like that. It's just being open-minded, and for me, it's going to be every year brings a new challenge, like whether it's a new location, new coaches, new players, whatever it is, and that's the unique and good thing about this business too is, kind of getting everybody on board in the same boat, but still letting them, kind of leading them, but still letting them have a voice and influence. And I think we have a pretty good group. We actually, yesterday we, went to dinner with you guys and Michelle, and, tomorrow I think we're going to go out to dinner as a staff. So just kind of, start creating that environment, because I know we're going to get sick of each other at some point, when you spend 160 days together, but, the more we can, mesh and move on, it helps, and helps us put a better product out there for the guys' development.
Tacos and tableside guacamole for Ricky last night at dinner. It was pretty good. Well, guys, this was fun catching up with you. Great to see you again. It definitely feels like baseball season is here. Joe Thon, good luck in Corpus Christi, and Ricky, we'll see you in Fayetteville in a couple of weeks, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in Fayetteville. Baseball around the corner. Opening night, April 5th, is the season opener. April 9, the home opener in Fayetteville. See you there.